Hello everyone, welcome back to Easy Peasy classes, wherein here we will be solving the previous year questions for your unitary method questions. Okay, this is for your JNV entrance exam. Without wasting time, let's get started. Before to start, I have few instructions to the candidates. If you are a beginner, you don't have to solve these questions. Go back, revise all the concepts, then come back and solve the questions. And all those students who are about to appear for the examination, this video can be used for their practice purpose as well as for your revision purpose. Let's get started. If the cost price of 12 packets of biscuits is 240 rupees, the cost price of 8 packets of biscuits will be what? Proportion kind of question. Okay, so for 12 packets, the cost is 240 rupees, right? So in proportion to that, with respect to that, for 8 packets, what is the cost? We don't know the cost, so we will write it as x. We will write it as x rupees. So this can be written as 12 by 240, which is being equal to, these 4 dots can be written as equal sign, which is equal to 8 by x. Okay, so cross multiply. Before cross multiplying, can we simplify this? I think we can simplify this. 12 ones are 12, 12 ones are 12, 12 twos are 24, 12 zeros are 0. This becomes 1 by 20 is equal to 8 by x. So cross multiply x to the 1 and cross multiply 20 to 8, right? We will get x is equal to 8 into 20. 8 into 20, or x is equal to 8 to the 16, so x is equal to 160 rupees. So it will be equal to 160 rupees. Option 1 is the right answer. Okay, option 1 is the right answer. Let's move ahead. 12 men or 15 women can finish a work in 10 days. How many days will 7 men and 10 women take to finish the same work together? The question is saying 12 men or 15 women. This word is very important. Or. Okay, if there was another word which is and, then you can consider them, they are working together. But here they are not working together. 12 men can finish the work in 10 days, as well as 15 women also can finish the work in 10 days. So this is what is given in the question. So that means the capacity of 12 men is equal to the capacity of 15 women. Can I write like this? 12 men, the capacity of 12 men is equal to the capacity of 15 women, right? So I can also write this as 12 men is equal to 15 women, right? So men I am writing it as M and 15 women I am writing it as W in order to avoid the repeated writing. Okay, this can also be written as men by women is equal to 15 by 12. Can I write like this? I will cross multiply 15, it will go down. Sorry, I will not cross multiply 15, I will cross multiply W. So men by women, the ratio of men and women capacity, I will get it as 15 cross multiply 12, so I will get it as 15 by 12. So what, can I cancel these two? Yes, I can. 3 5s are 15, 3 4s are 12. So therefore, 5 men, capacity of 5 men is equal to capacity of 4 women. Capacity of 5 men is equal to capacity of 4 women. Capacity of 5 men is equal to capacity of 4 women. Okay. So I will take away all these things. So this is the given information. This is the given information here. So what is the total work then? What is the total work? So capacity of 1 man is 5 units and capacity of 1 woman is 4 units. This we have found it. But what is the total work which need to be done? The total work here is, suppose we consider 12 men. 12 men are working for 10 days, right? 12 men are working for 10 days. 12 men are working for 10 days. So that is the total work. But what is the unit with which each man is working? Each man is working for 5 units. So this is the everyday work of 12 men and they are working for 10 days. Okay, this is the everyday work of 12 men and they are working for 10 days. So therefore the total work will be 12 5 is 60. 60 into 100 is equal to 600 units. Okay, total work is 600 units. You can cross verify this. You can cross verify the same thing with the help of other information, with help of other women part. Okay, so women, each woman are working for 4 units. Each woman is working for 4 units. So there are totally 15 women. 15 women, each of them work for 4 units and they are working for 10 days. So this is the total work, right? This is the total work. 15 fours are 60 into again 10. 60 into 10 is 600. So the total work is 600. Total work is 600. Okay. And they are saying how many days will 7 men and 10 women take to finish the job, right? So total work is 600. Let me write it here. Total work is 600. And they are also asking us 7 men and 10 women together they will work, and how many days will the job gets finished? Work by capacity will give you time. Work by capacity will give you time. So how many men are there? 7 men are there. And how many? What is the units for men? For every man they are working for 5 units. So multiply 5 plus how many women are there? 10 women are there. And how many? What is the units with which they work? 4 units per woman. So you will get 600 divided by 7 5 is 35. 7 5 is 35 plus 10 4 is 40. So you will get 600 by 35 plus 40 is 70. 30 plus 5 plus 40 is 75. Can we divide 600 by 75? I will take away this part. Okay, I will take away this part. 600 by 75. This is what we get. So this will go in the tables of 15. 15 5s is 75. 15 4s is 60. 15 zeros are 0. So you get 40 by 5. 40 by 5 and 40 by 5 is equal to 8. Because 5 ones are 5. 5 8s are 40. So you will get 8 as the answer. 8 as the answer. So option 4 is the right answer for this question. Okay, quite a tough question. In case such question appears, you can move ahead for the easier questions. After you are done with all the rest of the easy questions, then when the time is left in the examination, you can come back and attend these questions. Okay, a price of 12 kg potato is 360 rupees. Then the price of 8 kg potato is what? Okay, this is again a proportion kind of question, ratio proportion question. 12 kg potato cost 360 rupees. And in respect to this, in proportion to this, what will 8 kg potato cost? We don't know the cost, we will keep it as x. So let's do the math. 12 by 360. 12 by 360 is equal to 8 by x. So 12 ones are 12, 12 3s are 36, 12 zeros are 0. So so this will be equal to 1 by 30 is equal to 8 by x. 8 by x. Cross multiply x to 1. Cross multiply 30 to 8. What you will get? 1 into x. 1 into x is equal to 8 into 30. 8 into 30. X is equal to 8 3 is 24 and 1 0 at the end. So 240 rupees. 240 rupees. Option 2 is the right answer for this question. For a shirt, cloth required must be 2 meter 75 centimeter. For a shirt, cloth required must be 2 meter 75 centimeters. Then how much cloth would be taken to have such six shirts? Okay, for one shirt you require 2 meters 75 centimeters. And then how much cloth do you require for 6 shirts? 6 shirts. So one shirt, for one shirt you require 2 meter 75 centimeters. You need to take it in a 1 unit, okay, proper unit. Here meters and centimeters both are coming into place. So convert them into centimeters itself. So 275 centimeters, right? I can call this way. 2 meters 75 centimeters is equal to 275 centimeters, right? After that we can get back to meters. Okay, so for 6 shirts, so this is for one shirt, the information is for one shirt, right? For 6 shirts means 6 shirts means you are multiplying 6 here. right, on the left hand side. In order to make one shirt into 6 shirts, you are multiplying 6 here. Same way, you will have to multiply here as well. You will also multiply on the right hand side as well. So what you will get? 6 5s are 30, 3 carry over, 6 7s are 42, 42 plus 3, 45, 4 carry over, 6 2s are 12, 12 plus 4, 16, 12 plus 4, 16. So this is in centimeters, okay. 1650 is in centimeters. Convert them in meters. In order to convert that into meter, 1650 divided by 100, you will get 16.50 meters, okay. Or this can also be written as 16 meters and 50 centimeters. So 16 meters, 50 centimeters. Option 2 is the right answer for this question. Let's move ahead. A man do a work in 12 days, working 8 hours per day. Okay. If he does 6 hours per day, what would be the number of days taken by him? Okay. So he is working for 12 days, right? And every day he is working 8 hours. 8 hours, and he is working for 12 days. This is the total work he is doing. And if the same work is to be done by working for 6 days, 6 hours per day, if the same work is to be done, same work, that's why I'm putting an equal sign. So if the same work is to be done while working for 6 hours a day, so what is the number of days? Which we don't know. We need to find it. Let me call it as x. Let me call it as x. So let's do the math here. 6 1s are 6. 6 2s are 12, right? We can cancel out here because 6 will go down and you will do the same math, or else I will do it in detail. Don't worry. So now what happens? So these units will not take when you are calculating. So 6 will come down, right? 6 will come down, cross multiply. So 6 will come in the bottom denominator. So you are left with only x. 6 1s are 6, 6 2s are 12. Here also you are same. Here also you are doing the same thing, right? You are cancelling them out. So x is equal to 8 into 2 is equal to 16. So 16 days he will take while he is working for 6 hours a day. Okay. So 16 days is the right answer for this question. Let's move ahead. A work done by 12 men or 15 women in 20 days. What is the time taken by 4 men and 5 women to complete this work? Okay, or is there again? This or is very important. So 12 men, same kind of question we had earlier, is equal to 15 women, right? So men upon women capacities will be equal to, men upon women capacities will be equal to, women will come down here, 12 will go down. So 15 by 12. So 3 5s are 15, 3 4s are 12. So for 5 units what men do, women will do 4 units of work. 4 units of work. Okay, 4 units of work. And what is the total work here? What is the total work? What is the total work we need to find here? The total work is they work for 20 days. And in case of men, what is the capacity? 5 is the capacity of a man. And how many men are working? 12 men are working. 12 men are working. So this will give you around 25 is 100. 25 is 100 into 12. So this will give you 1200. 1200 units is the work which needs to be done, which needs to be completed. I will take away this part, okay? I will take away this. I will write men upon women is equal to 5 by 4. Okay? And what is the total work? What is the total work? Total work which needs to be done is equal to 1200 units. 1200 units. So now they are asking us, even if you check it with the help of a woman capacity, you will get the same value. Let us do that also. So capacity of women is 4, and there are 15 women who are working and they work for 20 days, right? What you will get? 15 4s is 60. 60 into 20 will give you again 1200. Okay, so 1200 units is the same thing you will get in both the ways. You can cross verify it. So total work is this. Now what is the question? What is the time taken by 4 men and 5 women to complete this work? So divide the capacity, divide the total units with the help of capacity. Divide the total units with the help of capacity. 4 men are working. What is the capacity of a man? 5 plus 5 women are working, and what is the capacity of women is 4, right? So do this math, 1200 divided by 5 4s are 4 5s is 20, 5 4s is 20, 20 plus 20 will give you 40 here. 1010 goes away, 4 1s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 4 zeros are 0. So therefore they will take 30 days to complete the job. 30 days. Option 3 is the right answer. Option 3 is the right answer. A shopkeeper bought a ball pen in 12 or a packet of 10 ball pens in 100 rupees. Okay. A shopkeeper bought a ball pen in 12 rupees or a packet of 10 ball pens in 100 rupees. That means in a loose, he is taking, if he is buying one pen, he will have to pay 12 rupees. If he is purchasing in bulk in a group of 10 pens, then he is paying 100 rupees. Okay. All right. Srimati Swati bought around 24 pens, ball pens. What is the cost price of these ball pens? So she bought how many pens? How many pens? 24 pens. Can I write 24? Can I write 24 as 20 plus 4? I can write it as 20 plus 4, right? And I can also write 20 as 10 plus 10 and 4 as 4 itself. 10 plus 10 and 4 as 4 itself. And for 10 pens, 10 ball pen, how much is he paying? He's paying 100 rupees. Let me write 100 rupees here plus, and he's paying another 100 rupees here plus. What is the cost for 4 ball pens? So for each ball pen he has to pay 12 rupees. So for 4 ball pens he has to pay 4 into 12 rupees. So 100 plus 100 is 200 plus 4 into 12 is 48. So he will pay around 248 rupees. 248 rupees is the amount that he has to pay. That is the cost price she has to pay. I'm sorry, Swati, she has to pay 248 rupees. Option 3 is the right answer. Option 3 is the right answer. A can do a piece of work in 10 days. Very well. And B can do the same work in 12 days. How long will they take to finish the work if both, okay, this is not right, it is both. If both work together. So you can do this with LCM method, okay? You can do this with LCM method. A can do the work in 10 days. B can do the work in 12 days. So what will be the LCM? Look for the common factor, highest common factor. What is the highest common factor for both the numbers? I think it is 2 into 5, 2 into 6, 2. 2, 3, okay, 2 is the highest common factor. Multiply with 5 for 10 and multiply with 5 for 10 in order to get 10. Multiplied with 6 in order to get 12. Multiplied with 6 in order to get 12. So this is one method. Okay. So what you will get? You will get 2 into 5 into 6, what will get? 2 5s are 10, 10 6 is 60. 60 you will get it as an LCM. The other method is you need to check the table of 10. 10 1s are 10, 10 2s are 20, 10 20s are 30, 10 4s are 40, 10 5s are 50, 10 6s are 60, 10 7s are 70, 80 and so on. Check the tables of 12. 12 1s are 12, 12 2s are 24, 12 3s are 36, 12 4s are 48, 12 5s are 60, 12 1s are 12 6s are 72, 12 8s are 80, 12 7s are 84, 12 8s are 96 and so on. So what is the common figure here? Is there any common element? Can you see the common element which is coming 60 again in both the tables? That will be your least common multiplier. Okay, LCM will be that number which is common to both the tables. So 60 is the LCM for these two numbers. So let's do it. So once you get 60, you need to divide 60 with these numbers. Okay, so 60 divided by 10, 10 6s are 60, 12 5s are 60, right? So therefore A is working for 6 units every day. B is working for, each B person is working for 5 units every day. Okay, 5 units every day. So together, what is the next part of the question? How long will they take to finish the work if they work together? If both work together. So if both work together, A is working for 6 units and B is working for 5 units. If both work together, they will work for 11 units every day. 11 units every day, and the work here is 60 units. Total work here is 60 units. So you need to divide 60 by 11, 60 by 11. You will get 5 by 11. How? 60 divided by 11. Let's do it. 11 5s are 55. Your remainder is 5. So 5 will come to the whole number. I will write it in a short. 5 by 11, right? 5 will come in the whole number, right? Remainder will go to the numerator. Divisor will come in the denominator. Okay, divisor will come in the denominator. So this is how you will form the mixed fraction. And if you check at the options, 5 by 11 days, 5 by 11 days is available in option 1. Option 1 is the right answer for this question. Let's move ahead. The cost of 6 kg rice is equal to cost of 8 kg wheat. So cost of 6 kg rice, we don't know what is the per kg cost, that is equal to cost of 8 kg rice, and we don't know what is the cost of per kg wheat. Cost of 6 kg rice is equal to cost of 8 kg wheat. If the cost of wheat, here is the wheat, okay, here is the wheat and here is the cost of rice. So if the cost of wheat is 6 rupees per kg, it is 6 rupees per kg, then the cost of rice is what? We can call it as X. You can do it in this method also, or you can call it as no, this is the proper way of doing it. Yeah, this is the only proper way of doing it. And let's do this. So you will keep X on the left hand side, push 6 to the down part in the denominator. In the top you have, in the numerator you have X, 8 into X, 6 will go down, 6 gets cancelled. So you are left with only 8. So therefore X is equal to 8 rupees. X means what? The cost of rice per kg is 8 rupees. Option 2 is the right answer. Option 2 is the right answer for this question. 2 brand of chocolate is available in 10 and 12 packaging. Okay, so there are 2 brands. Okay, brand 1, or you can call the Kacha Mango and Eclairs or something, brand 2. Okay, I will call it as brand 1 and brand 2. So in a pack they will come as 10 chocolates and 12 chocolates packaging. If we want to purchase the same number of chocolate for each brand, then at least what number of packs should brought for each brand? So when I purchase one bags, what are the number of chocolates I get? 10 and 12, right? If I purchase 2 bags of each brand, then I will get how much? 10 plus 10 is 20 chocolates, and 12 plus 12 is 24 chocolates. So the question is asking us to buy as many bags you can, where you will find equal number of chocolates in both the brands. In both the brands, you need to find equal number of chocolates. How do we solve this question? How do we solve this problem? We need to take the least common multiplier. We need to take the LCM of both the brands. Then you will find the right answer. So what is the LCM here? So 60 is the LCM. 60 is the LCM here, right? You know how to find the LCM of 2 numbers. So when you find 60 as the LCM, so the brand with which 10 chocolates are coming, you need to purchase 6 packets. The brand in which 12 chocolates are coming, you need to purchase 5 packets, because 12 5s are 60, 10 6 is 60. So 6 packets of 10 chocolates. So do we have anywhere? 6 pack of 10 chocolates and 5 pack of 12 chocolates. So option 2 is the right answer. Weight of one coin is 5. Weight of one coin of 5 rupees is 9 gram. Weight of one coin of 5 rupees is 9 gram. If Anu's bag total 9 kg weight of 5 rupees coin, if Anu's bag total 9 kg weight of 5 rupees coin, what is the total coin in Anu's bag? Alright. So weight of one coin is 9 grams. Right, 9 grams. 9 grams is the weight of one coin. What about, or 9 grams is equal to 1 coin? 9 grams is equal to 1 coin. I can write it like this also, right? I can write it in this way also, because there is an equal sign. So 9 gram will be equal to 1 coin. So there is 9 kg weight in her bag. 9 kg weight. So then how many coins are there? Which we don't know. So, but here there is gram and here there is a kilogram unit. So you need to convert it into grams first. So 9 kg will be equal to 9 into 1000 grams. So how many kgs? How many coins now? So 9 gram, 9 gram means 1 coin, right? 1000 is there, multiply 1000 here also. So you will get 1000 coins. So I'm sorry, not 1000, is it 1000 coins? Yes, it is 1000 coins. So option 3 is the right answer. With this method also, you can find how many coins are there in her bag. In a school, total rooms are 26. There are 26 rooms in total. 4 plants are planted in each room. In each room, there are 4 plants planted in 4 corners. Let's assume they are all in 4 corners of the room. And 2 cups of water pour in each plant. What is the total cups required to pour all the plants? Okay. So we need 2 cups in order to pour water into each plant. Okay, so what is the total cups of water which we require for pouring the water for all the plants? So you need how many cups? You need 2 cups for 1 plant. And how many plants are there in each room? There are 4 plants in each room. And how many such rooms are there? There are 26 rooms. This is how you will find how many cups do you need to pour water in order to give water for all the plants. So let's multiply. We will find the cups, number of required cups. What do you get? 2 4 is 6. 2 4 is 6. Sorry, 2 4 is 8. 2 4 is 8. So 8 into 26. So let's do this. 6 8 is 48. 8 2 is 16. So add them. You will get 8 and 6 plus 4 is 10. 1 to 208 cups. You require 208 cups. Option 4 is the right answer. Total value of a man's property is 500 rupees. Very well. He gave 1/5 of his property to his wife. All right. How much money he paid to his wife? Okay. So his property total value is 500 rupees and he gave 1/5 of this 500 rupees to his wife. And what is the amount he has given? This is the question. Let's do the maths. 1/5 of means multiplication, 500. So this is also equal to 1 into 500 by 5. 5 ones are 5. 500 is 500. So that is the amount he gave to his wife. His wife received around 100 rupees. 100 rupees. Option 3 is the right answer. Ram had 450 rupees. After giving 2/5 of his money to his eldest son and 1/3 of his money to his youngest son, how much money had Ram now? Okay, we don't have to assume. There is already some money given by Ram. There is already money which is with Ram. So let's assume the money he is left with is called X money, which we don't know. We need to find it. How much money had Ram now? So let us assume the money which Ram is having now is called X. Okay, it is X rupees. So what is the other information given to us? So he gave 2/5 of his money. 2/5 of money. What is the money? 450 to his eldest son, and 1/3 of his money to his youngest son, plus 1/3 of his money. What is the total money? Is again 450. 1/3 of his total money to his youngest son, and he is left with another X rupees. So in total, this is the total money, right? This is the total money, which is equal to 450 rupees. The total rupees, 450 rupees. So let's do the math now. 2/5 of 450 means multiplication. 2/5 of 450 plus 1/3 of 450 plus X is equal to 450. So 5 ones are 5, 5 nines are 45, 5 zeros are 0. 3 ones are 3, 3 1s are 3, 3 15s is 45, 3 zeros are 0. So you get 2 into 90, 2 into 90 plus 1 into 150, 1 into 150, 1 into 150 plus x is equal to 450. So multiply them, you get 180 here, 9 2s is 18, 10 plus 15, 150 is 150 plus x is equal to 450. 180 plus 18 plus 15, 180 plus 150 will give you what? Will give you 330 plus x is equal to 450. So this 330 will travel over. It becomes x is equal to 450 minus 330. So therefore x is equal to 120. 120 is the amount with which Ram is living now, after giving the amount, rest of the amount to his youngest son and the eldest son. So 120 rupees is the right answer for this question. Let's move ahead. 5 men can do a piece of work in 12 days. How many more men would be employed to finish the work in 6 days? What is the total work here? 5 men are working for 12 days and the same men need to be finished. The same men need to be, I'm sorry, I'm telling it totally wrong. So the 5 men are working for 12 days. This is the total work. And the same work need to be finished in 6 days, in 60 days, and we don't know how many men. We don't know how many men will be there, and that is what we need to figure it out. That is what we need to find out here. 5 men can do a piece of work in 12 days, and how many more men would be required in order to finish the work in 6 days? How many more men, right? So let's do it. 6 ones are 6. Let me first of all call this as x men. Number of men we require more, we don't know. So let me call it as x. So 6 ones are 6, 6 2s are 12, 6 2s are 12. So x will be equal to 5 into 2 is 10. So we require total 10 men, but there are already 5 men. So the number of men we require, the more extra number of men we require is equal to men required is equal to, already we have 5 men, so we will subtract 5 men out of these 10 required men. So there will be requirement of 5 more men in order to finish the job 6 days. We need 5 more men in order to finish the job in 6 days. So option 3 is the right answer. Option 3 is the right answer. A man can read 120 pages in 20 minutes. How many pages can he read in 4 minutes? All right. So he can read 120 pages in 20 minutes. So at the same speed, how many pages can he read? So we don't know the pages. First, okay? So the order should be same. How many pages we don't know, which he can read in 4 minutes. Let's do it. 120 by 20 is equal to x by 4. Very well. 0 0 goes away. 2 1s are 2, 2 6s are 12. 4 gets cross multiplied. You will get 6 into 4 is equal to x. 6 4s is 24, which is equal to x. So he can read around 24 pages in 4 minutes. He can read around 24 pages in 4 minutes. Option 2 is the right answer. An engine pumps out 84,500 liters of water in every 1 hour. So every 1 hour it is pumping around 84,500 liters. So 1 hour it is pumping 84,500 liters. So the engine is run for 10 hours a day. It is running for 10 hours a day. How many liters of water will it pump out in 5 days? How many liters of water will it pump out in 5 days? Well, right. So 1 hour per hour it is pumping out this many liters. What about for 10 hours? 10 hours it is pumping around. It will pump around the same water 10 times. Right? 10 times. So for 1 hour it will pump out this much of water. For 10 hours it will pump out 10 times of its capacity. So 10 hours. In 10 hours it will pump around 8,45,000 liters. 8,45,000 liters. So this is for 10 hours. And 10 hours is nothing but 1 day for the engine. It is working for 10 hours in 1 day. And what about for 5 days? What about for 5 days? You will multiply 5 for this, right? For 1 day it is pumping around 8,45,000 liters. For 5 days it will pump around the same amount multiplied with 5. So multiply this, you will get the answer. 5 8s are 42. So it will pump around 42 lakh 25,000 liters. 42 lakh 25,000 liters. Option 4 is the right answer for this question. Option 4 is the right answer. A soap cake measures 7 cm in length, 5 cm in breadth, and 2.5 cm in height. Okay, so we are given the information for the volume of soap. 7 into 5 into 2.5. Very well. And how many soap caps can be placed in a cardboard box whose length, breadth, and height are respectively? Okay, volume of box also is given. Volume of box is also given, which is 56 centimeter length into 40 centimeter breadth and 25 centimeter height. So the question is, how many such soaps can be accommodated here? So the number of soaps which can be accommodated is equal to volume of box by volume of soap. So let's do it. So the volume of box is 56 into 40 into 25, 56 into 40 into 25, which is to be divided by volume of soap, which is length into breadth into height. Okay, length into breadth into height. So what do we have here? 7 1s are 7, 7 8s are 56, 5 1s are 5, 5 8s are 56, 2.5 1s are 2.5, 2.5 10s are 25, because if I multiply 10 to 2.5 it becomes 25. So 2.5 10s is 25. So you will get 8 into 10, which is also equal to, I will do it here, I don't have space there. So 8 into 10, which is also equal to 64 into 10, which will give you 640. 640 is the right answer. So option 2 is the right answer here. All right. A camp has 35 days rotation for 600 men. Okay, 35 days rotation for I'm sorry, not rotation, it is ration. There was a military camp or some kind of camp which for 35 days, and the ration was there available for 600 men. Okay, if 100 more men join the camp, for how many days that ration will last? Okay, so what is the total amount of ration here? So 35 days, 600 men can be managed with that ration. What is the total ration? What is the total ration available here? Total ration available is for 600 men, and that can sustain for 35 days. 35 days, right? 35 days. And what will happen if 100 more join? 600 will become, initially it was there for 600. Now you need to add 100 more, it will be available for 700 people. So 600 to 35 divided by 700. 2 zeros goes away. 6 1s are 6. Sorry, 7 1s are 7. 7 5s are 35. So you get 6 5s is 30. So 30 days. Initially, it was able to run for 35 days. Now it will be able to run for 30 days. So therefore, option 2 is the right answer. Option 2 is the right answer for this question. All right. Amit can do half of a piece of work in 8 days, while Utpal can do 1/3 of the same work in 8 days. Okay, in how many days can both work together? Let us understand what is their capacities first. Okay, what is Amit is doing here? Amit can do half of a work which we don't know. Total work we don't know. We call it as X. Total work we don't know. We call it as X. Half of the work he is doing, he is able to do. Amit is able to do it in 8 days. 8 days. So what will be the work? Work will be equal to 8 into 2. 8 into 2 is equal to 16. Right? So I will write Amit's capacity as 16. I will write Amit's capacity as 16. Alright? Okay. I'm just saving my space here in order to write Utpal's work. So Utpal, what is the capacity of Utpal? Utpal is using is working 1/3 of his work in 8 days. 1/3 of his work in 8 days. Cross multiply 3. So you will get x is equal to 8 into 3, which is equal to 24. So x is equal to 24. So I will write Utpal's capacity as 24. Okay, 24 units. Now, in how many days can both work it together? In how many days can both work it together? We need to find the LCM. We need to find the LCM of both these numbers. The LCM is 48. 24 twos are 48. 16 threes are is 48. Okay, this is how we can find the LCM very quickly. So now the LCM is 3 and 2. The LCM is 48, and you got their capacities per day is 3 and 2, right? So in how many days will they work together? Together they are working. So this is the total work, and this is their total capacity. This is their capacity. 3 plus 2 is 5. So they will work. The total work by capacity will give you time. So this will be 5 ones are 5, 5 nines are 45. Remainder is 3. You will keep a 0. You keep a point. 5 6 are 30. 9.6 is the answer. 9.6 is the answer. Option 1 is the right answer for this question. Okay, I think with this we are done here. This was the first part of the previous year questions based on unitary method. The second part of the video is still there. You can follow up that video in the next video. Okay, with this I would like to conclude it. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and share, like, and if there are some mistakes, or if you want more such content, comment in the comment section. Thank you all for watching. See you all in the next video.